Hi everyone, just a quick little update before we jump into readings. We are now at 24%. Yay! Almost one quarter. I am so excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody who has been helping me. Real soon you guys are going to see some new videos come out. I'm going to start sending out videos that have Reiki healing that I'm sending through the video to the viewer. Not sure when that'll happen, but I would say probably within the next 2 weeks. I am in the Reiki Apprenticeship Program. I got to make my first down payment, and so I've been actually in there for a while. Once we had $500, I was able to do that. And so the videos are going to be part of my project for the apprenticeship program. And I'm going to be looking for you guys to give me feedback on how those videos were able to help you and that type of stuff. So that's going to be lots of fun, exciting stuff and something that you guys can benefit from. That'll be coming out probably, I think, within the next 2 weeks, leaning more towards the sooner than later side. But videos are always the first priority as far as tarot because that's how I've started and that's what people sort of expect. So those are not top of the priority list, but they're pretty close. So you should be seeing them pretty soon. So let's get into your readings. Hello there, Aquarius. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of August 22nd through August the 28th. What we have coming up for you for Monday is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups simply means that you're going to be hearing some kind of message of love on Monday. This can be anything from an engagement ring to chocolates to flowers, all the way down to a finger painting from your favorite little preschooler to put on your refrigerator. Very cool. Be watching for that message of love coming in. Now, Tuesday, what we have coming up is the Five of Cups in reverse. The Five of Cups in reverse is a card that talks about a situation that you were disappointed with, and so you had kind of set your priorities in a way so that you wouldn't be so focused on that situation, but on something else that would hopefully not be as disappointing. Now what we see with the Five of Cups in reverse coming in, Aquarius, we see you putting your priorities back to whatever that situation was. For whatever reason you're expecting that, it's going to be more fulfilling for you this time around. So good luck to you on that, Aquarius, Mr. and Ms. Aquarius. All right, so let's look at Wednesday. We have the Justice card showing up here in reverse. Justice card in reverse just means to me really that you guys, you have a decision to make, Aquarius, and trying to make it as fairly as possible. This is a big decision for you. This is something that is going to be life impacting, whatever decision you make. And what I see here is you just having a real hard time making it because I think you're afraid of making the wrong decision here. And so I see you really just procrastinating and trying to work around with this and just sort of thinking in circles on this decision. Now, this is the kind of decision that, you know, you would really benefit from having a psychic reading to help you get some clarity, some clear perspective of, you know, what happens if I choose this? What happens if I choose that? Kind of helps you see a little bit more down the road and understand what kind of consequences you are actually dealing with, especially if you're having a struggle of really getting a grip on how that would play out, whichever way you chose. The other thing that's good in a situation like this too is also getting some spiritual healing so that you can have your own clarity come in. That's also a really good option or solution. So either way, there are ways to get help for yourself as far as to be able to make a decision like that without having to put yourself through all kinds of craziness trying to get there. Let's move on to Thursday. Thursday, what we have showing up is the Ten of Clubs. And the Ten of Clubs has been a strong theme this week. I think at least, I'm sure more than half of my videos talk about the Ten of Clubs, either upside down or right side up, one way or the other. So responsibility is a big deal. And what we have going on Thursday is you are taking care of business, doing those things that you are responsible for. For some of you, this will be picking up new responsibility. Maybe they're laying on some new responsibilities on your plate at work, or maybe you're picking up a new responsibility at home. Maybe you're doing something for your parents that you never had to do for them before, or maybe you're doing something for your kids you haven't had to do before. Maybe you're taking somebody to a practice for a band or a ball game or whatever. Maybe for your parents, you're just putting their medicine in pill containers so that they can keep track of when they've taken what. Could be all kinds of different things. This can also be a responsibility to a significant other. Generally with the Ten of Clubs, although not always, but generally with the Ten of Clubs, this is talking about a family responsibility, because the Ten of Clubs to me talks about carrying a responsibility that does not feel like a burden. Like other people might consider it a burden, but you don't, because you care about the people that you're doing this for. So that's why it generally comes up as family whenever I read it, because that's the way that I see it. What was the other thing I was going to say here? The other thing that this can be, Ten of Clubs talks about the end of a phase. Any 10 is the end of a phase and the beginning of a new one. So it's kind of a, if you imagine walking through a door, that's a 10 card. It's walking through a door. You're done with the old phase that's behind you. You're beginning the new phase, because a 10, when it's reduced down, becomes a 1. So right within that card, you have the ending and you have the beginning right there together. So with the 10 of Clubs, a lot of times this can be talking about relationship situations where you're ending an old phase of your relationship and you're picking up new responsibility as you move forward in the relationship. So this is generally taking a relationship and taking it to the next commitment level. So like if you just met somebody and you're interested in them, this can be going on that first date. If you've been dating a while but you're not exclusive, this can be agreeing that you want to be exclusive. If you've been exclusive a while, this can be moving in together. This can be getting engaged. This can be actually even getting married. I've seen the Ten of Clubs come up for that as well. So it's going through a doorway. It's going from one phase to the next phase. So it's a beginning and an end together, that are hooked together. Now this can also be about work ideas too. This could be about phases of things at work as well. So where you had a project that went into phase 1, and phase 1 was, let's just get the idea of this project put together in a way that we can present it to the client. And so you get the project put together so you can present it to the client, then you present it to the client and the client approves it. And then you take the next steps. You start to actually make this project a physical reality somewhere besides just in a model or a movie or whatever. And so now you're moving forward. So that would also be a 10 of Clubs, because the old phase was getting the project ready to present. Now the new phase is making the project a reality. So that would also be something, any similar situation to that could also come up here. And with the clubs, it's talking about anything that we're passionate about too. So that's why I mentioned work. So many of us are passionate about the work that we do, that it can come up as work, but it doesn't have to be. This can also be in a hobby that you're passionate about as well. And like I said, of course, also a relationship that you're passionate about. Anyway, okay, that's enough on that card. I think you guys, we've just explained everything we can there. All right, so looking at Friday, what you guys have coming up here is you have the 8 of Swords, Aquarius. And the 8 of Swords is a card that talks about feeling like you're stuck, like you can't move forward in any kind of productive way. You need a solution to this situation and you can't come up with something that, or you're having trouble coming up with something that won't have repercussions that you don't like. So the 8 of Swords is so interesting because it really is, it's a tip-off card. And it tips us off to the idea that this feeling of limitation that we have, this feeling of being stuck and unable to move forward or solve our problem, isn't real. It's an illusion. And the reason that we have this feeling or this perception is because of how we are looking at the situation personally. But if we look at it from a more distant objective view, then we start to see where we're limiting ourselves, and then we can find the solution to the problem. So sometimes in a situation like this, it's good to imagine just telling a neighbor or a friend about the problem. You don't even have to have the conversation a lot of times. Just imagine telling them about the problem and imagine how they would react if they just heard the words that you just said to them. And that can give you a whole different perspective right off the bat. But if we're really close to the problem and we just don't know how to be objective at all, and we can't even imagine somebody saying anything different than what we feel about the problem or the situation, then what we want to do is we want to actually have that conversation for real with somebody who is not involved in the situation so that they can give us a nice objective, this is my take on it type of thing. We don't necessarily need them to give us advice, but we do want to hear what they have to say about it. Okay? Because by hearing what they have to say about it, we can kind of catch where we're missing something. And then we can reevaluate the situation and we can see how we can break free of that situation in a productive, healthy way. All right, so that's Friday. I want another drink before my throat starts rebelling. I'm on video 11 and my voice is about to say, that's enough, Amista. All right, so let's look at Saturday. We have the page of clubs showing up. And the page of clubs just means you're getting a message about something that makes you feel inspired or happy. Generally, this is a message that there's something that needs to be done that's going to take some creativity, that's going to take some thinking, that's going to take something that's going to challenge us and make us feel fulfilled. So that's the kind of message that we have coming in on Saturday. And then Sunday, Aquarius, what you have coming up is the Empress. And the Empress really talks about a productive time in your life. Now, for those of you who are literally trying to have babies, this is a great time to try to have babies. For those of you who don't want them, this is an imperative time to use protection. If you don't and you end up with a baby, don't say, Amista did not warn me. I'm just messing with you, but seriously, whenever the Empress shows up, it is a very productive time. It's a very fertile time. You definitely want to be careful about what kind of seeds you're planting right now, because whatever kind of seeds you're planting, that's going to be what you get back. So this actually is really good. It does talk about expansion. It talks about growth. The Empress is all about those things of beauty, those things that we love, and drawing those in. So very good card, very auspicious card to end the week on. And the other thing about the Empress too, besides that she draws all these good things to her and that she's so fertile and productive, this can be a time when you're really productive business-wise. This can be a time when you've got some really great ideas creativity-wise. This can be a time when you come up with wonderful ideas that are going to help your family move forward. So, you know, it's not just all about babies. I mean, this can also be about creative ventures and work and business as well. Anything else you need to know about this? Oh, the other thing that this can talk about is this can talk about taking control back in your life. So it could be that you maybe had given some control away. We're letting other people make decisions about you or for you. And now you're saying, you know what, I would prefer to make those decisions. Thank you very much. And this is not in an aggressive way. It's just in a kind of matter-of-fact, understated type of way that you're taking the control back. You're not stirring anything up unharmonious. You're just taking it back in a graceful, peaceful way. Okay, Aquarius, so that is your week. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by, for hanging out, liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I do appreciate all of your support. If I don't see you this week for a reading or for a Reiki session, then I'll see you back here the next time. Everyone have a fantastic week. Peace out. Hello, everybody. This is Amista. And I am coming to you today with something completely different than what you've ever seen here before. Completely different than what I ever thought I would do. I have been taking Reiki training and I've gotten level 1 and I've gotten level 2, and I really want to take master training because already I've realized that there are other people out there who need to know how to be able to do Reiki for themselves, and I'm not qualified to show them that or to teach them that or to pass that on to them or empower them with that until I become a Reiki Master. And so I was looking into a Reiki Master program, and I meet all the qualifications as far as that goes. I've been accepted into the Master program, but the last little bit of money is what I need some help with, and I'm hoping that you guys will help me with that. I need to raise another $3,000 to get myself into the program, and so that's where you guys come in. What I'm doing is I am accepting very happily and very thankfully and very gratefully any donations that you may feel like you would want to give. If you don't want to, obviously, then don't. But if you do feel like you want to help me to get into this Reiki Master Apprenticeship Program, any help that any of you and all of you send is great. No donation is too small. I just ask that they're over like 35 cents because I think PayPal will take 35 cents of whatever comes in as a fee for collecting payment. But anything other than over 35 cents is no donation is too small, so there's the corrected version of that. And actually I was looking I have over 7,000 subscribers. If every subscriber donated $1, I would be able to end this request. But so if you would like to donate, I would be extremely thankful. I would appreciate that a lot. Also, I want to do something for you in exchange for donating. So anybody who would donate at all, I would like to offer you 15 minutes of free Reiki distant healing. In other words, I would send you some healing energy where you would not have to come to my house, or we would not have to meet in person, just like I do a lot of my readings by Skype or by phone. I can also send the healing energy without having to be right in front of you. We don't even have to be on the phone or on Skype when I do it, although I will want to touch base with you ahead of time to find out where you would like me to target that energy. If you have any particular thing you want to have worked on energetically, and also to touch base after it's done just to let you know that I have sent the energy in to check in with you, see how you're feeling, that type of thing. Anybody who donates anything more than $50, what I would like to do is send you some Reiki energy. I would send you the same amount of minutes of Reiki energy as you send dollars. So say you donate $50, then I would send you 50 minutes of Reiki energy. Anybody who wants to donate and doesn't want to receive Reiki but knows somebody else that they would like to have the Reiki sent to, feel free to let me know that, and you can gift that Reiki to somebody else, and I will just touch base with them, make sure I have permission to send them that energy, and talk to them about where they would like it targeted and all of that, just like I would if I was sending that to you. So that is what I've got going on, and I really appreciate, like I said, all of the help any of you can send. I know not everybody can send, not everybody will want to send help, but I am hoping that there will be enough to get me into this quickly. Otherwise I would probably have to wait, I don't know, 6 months, a year before I had this kind of money to get myself into there, and I don't want to wait that long. I want to be able to empower people more quickly than that. So what I'm doing is I am in the description section underneath the video. I'm going to send you a link where you can donate, and you can choose whatever amount you want to donate, and I will probably also have that showing in the video as well. So thank you everybody for listening and for giving this some thought, some prayer, some attention. And thank you, everybody who actually does donate as well. I appreciate it all. Thank you so much. Peace.